Sometimes the design of a product can be so simple that it's a wonder why it's new to the market. Hi, I'm Phil Brumley, inventor of the trim gauge. The trim gauge is the fastest, most accurate way to capture and transfer repetitive measurements and establish layout. Virtually everything that is made, manufactured, assembled has some sort of an offset, an overlapping edge, an exposed edge, or a reveal. What makes the trim gauge so unique? Let's talk about the features for a moment. In every home across the United States and Canada and other countries, we set to a reveal. All window and door trim have a 3/16 reveal. Now that's a patented feature in the trim gauge. It exists on both sides of the tool. You never have to set it, it's always on the side of the tool. That's what makes trim gauge unique in that regard. On the 8-inch version of the trim gauge, we have a 1/4-inch reveal here and here. Well, why two reveals? Well, as it goes, in the commercial world, we tend to set to a 1/4-inch reveal because we're generally using a larger piece of molding, and so we want to set to a larger reveal. So whether you're using the 4 or the 8, you have the best of both worlds, residential and commercial settings. Also, additionally, with the 8-inch trim gauge, you'll see that there's a full torpedo level here. There's rare earth magnets built right into the side of the tool. And the unique thing about the trim gauge, again, is that if I slide forward on a measurement here, say 2 inches, and I lock it, the exact measurement exists on the other end of the tool. Now that means that both ends of the trim gauge are active. With trim gauge, all you have to do is slide, lock, and capture your measurement. It's that easy. Another unique feature to the trim gauge is that you can loosen the screw and capture an angle. One of the most difficult measurements to pick up in the industry is called the inside measurement. It's very simple for the trim gauge. Just advance it to the outer edges, lock the gauge, and there's your dimension. Capturing and the transferring of measurements. This is the fastest and easiest way to do any type of work. When you capture a measurement, as opposed to reading it, you can then transfer that measurement to a saw, a router, to another piece of wood if you need to. That's the beauty of the trim gauge. Introducing trim gauge, amazingly simple with unlimited uses.